Hi there. Oh, my bad. My apologies. Ugh. What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy JP, JPSJLING, you know the rest. And I'm back with another banger for you guys. Sit tight. Let's get into it.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history.
For this video, I'll be telling you about some of the slang, some of the logos that is used in the sneaker world. Um, Before we start, please like the socials. On Instagram, Sneakerhead721 or Addy721 if you want to see some of my personal stuff. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me on either one of these two on Instagram. On Facebook, there is a fan page, Sneakerhead721 on Facebook. You can like the page. I post on there daily, all different type of content, sneaker related, some motivational stuff as well. Um, Other than that, where else can you find me? On Snap if you want to. I don't really be on there that much, but yeah. So Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, right here on Facebook. If you like, comment, and subscribe. You don't really have to comment, just subscribe if you want to be part of the family. So we're gonna get right into this content. So um, so what I noticed was with my Facebook page, I got a lot of traction on there. A lot of Caribbean people, todos mi gentes de Colombia, que lo que, de Colombia, the Dominican Republic, que lo que, my Haitian people out there, Sac Passe, all the people from St. Kitts, Nevis, Grenada, Bahamas, Jamaica, St. Martin, of course. Big up everyone, Trinidad, what's the code? If I didn't mention, love regardless. USA, of course, huge support over there. So yeah, I had a lot of questions coming in, especially on Facebook, especially about this sneaker right here that I did a review on my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go on the channel and have a look at it. But yeah, what I noticed was a lot of the terms were not being understood. So um, we're just going to take a little step back. We're going to go to sneaker 101 and we're just going over some of the terms that is used very often in the sneaker world. So to begin with, one of the most used terms and probably overused is the word dead stock. And just to be honest myself, I thought dead stock was when it cannot be purchased online anymore. And a lot of time people write dead stock, but they're available. For example, these Air Jordan 1 mids University Gold, people have them all over Marktplatz as dead stock, but I literally bought it yesterday on Snipes. And I think they're still on Snipes right now if you want to buy them. So go on there and get them if you want. The dead stock mean you cannot get them online. That is one meaning of dead stock. Second meaning of dead stock mean the shoes hasn't been touched or worn yet by the owner. So a lot of people, like for example, there's one user that said the sneaker is dead stock because he bought it when it was returned to a store. So it's dead stock by him, but the previous owner used it. So that is definitely not dead stock, but to his knowledge, it's dead stock to him. But he did mention it. So what do those go for? These could go as VNDS, which is very near dead stock. So very near dead stock is when you've had the sneaker on. For example, you walked outside with them once and you came back in. Those are very near dead stock. So like I said, in the box, never touch, never put on. But what happened if you put them on and you never went outside with them? So these are pads. So pads is pass as dead stock. So these are shoes that can pass for dead stock. So you haven't changed the factory lacing. Tag is still on. That's like most of my shoes I have because I do the reviews. So they pass as dead stock because I put them on simply for the review, show you guys some on feet, and then that's about it. After that, most rating system is just 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. And for Jordan, what you can do is look at the star method in the front of the shoe, in the toe, or look at the heel drag. And one of the good tails as well is the insole. If you look at the insole, you can see how worn out the writing is on the insole. If the writing is really faded away, then you can tell that shoe has a lot of wear and tear. The word OG all, that means everything in the box is original, came with the box, came with the shoe. So the tag, the shoelaces, extras, everything else, the bag, paper that came with the shoe, everything is original from the factory. Nothing was added. Terms you might come across, especially with sellers, is SO, HO, or firm. So SO is starting offer. So that's where you want your bid to start. If I put a shoe and I put 120 SO, that means the starting offer is 120. So nothing lower than that. HO is highest offer. So that's the highest offer wins. That's self-explanatory. And then you have firm, which is you're not budging from that price. So you can put it at 220 and say that's firm, you're not budging. So if somebody comes with 119, you could just block them or ignore them. Then you got hype. So hype is when a shoe is has a high demand, and usually those come with very low supply, which makes them crazy to get and drives up the price, such as the low Balvin, the J Balvins, for example. Right now they're like 450 even in St. Martin, which is in the Caribbean, where they're usually cheaper, but even there it's crazy. Up here is like 500 over 1,000 some places in the Netherlands. So yeah, you have camp, which is waiting overnight. Before COVID, this used to be done in front of stores. So the night before or even the morning of, people are just lined up waiting for the store to open so they can get their hand on the pairs. That's how things used to be done before. Now you go on Foot Locker to notice that the site is crashed. That's how it's done now. And another thing with Foot Locker, I'll get to that in another video. This Foot Locker NL is doing some stuff that I don't like. Foot Locker UE in general, EU, is just ridiculous. Yeah, then you have the PEs. The PEs are player exclusive. That's only players. Then you have friends and family, FF. That's when the sneaker sends a certain selection of sneakers to people that they know, friends and families. So family members and friends of the person that did the collab. So these usually are really high price because they're not a GR, which is our next term, GR, which is a general release. You also have GS, which is grade school, so don't get them confused. Grade school is primary school or basisschool. Those level of shoes go up, so mostly for kids. The next term we have is a low ball. So a low ball is when somebody offers a price that is extremely lower than what you're asking. So you're asking for 210. This person comes in and offers you $100. So he's trying to lowball you. You have a high ball, which is someone that just want to get it over with. You put it for 200 and they just come and offer you 300 or 400 just to like get it out of your hand so you cannot say no. So basically an offer you cannot refuse. Then we have heat, which is basically means super cool, like you really like it. This is heat, this is fire. That's general, I think, street terms. What we used to say in the Caribbean as well is sick. So I don't know if everywhere uses it. Sick or bad, yo, that look bad, yo, that should look bad, G, or that should look sick. So those are actually good terms. They're bad in real life, but they're good in sneaker or street slang. Another one is beat. So yo, that should look beat, but I mean like you wear it a lot. And the noun for that is a beater. So a shoe that's a beater is a shoe that you wear every day to every occasion. You go to the gym, you go to a wedding, you go to everything with those shoes. These are your beaters, your daily beaters. Kicks, which is sneakers, you guys know, drop or pass or a copper pass. If you're gonna buy it or if you're just gonna let it go, that's not for you. You don't want it, you let it pass. Pretty self-explanatory. WTS, WTB, want to sell and want to buy, and you also have WTT, that is want to trade. You'll see those a lot if you go on local Facebook markets where people are just trying to make a quick sale or a quick buy or a quick trade, and they just want to write it quickly. That's what they'll put. 3M, that's just a reflective material that is on sneakers. We're gonna get into material afterwards. Then you also have, so these are most other terms you will find in terms of buying a shoe or slang of a shoe. So if you go now, we have more terms here. If you go also on there, you could find like words like LC, which is a legit check. So somebody posts a shoe and put LC, they just want to see if it's legit. So somebody could have a look and look at the stitching, look at different marks and tell if they're legit or not. Few people could do those. I'm still learning. I do know how to legit check certain shoes, not every single shoe, of course, student of the game. So hopefully I get better at it the more I legit check stuff. So if you want a legit check, send it to me. I'm gonna see what I can do. What else we got? So classic, that's just a shoe that spans the that goes through the span of time, so that doesn't lose its value, like the Air Jordan 1, the Superstar. These are just classics. Some of them even rose to the legendary status, so they're iconic. That's the word we use. Same as the Air Jordan 1, Air Jordan 11s, for example, just to mention a few. Retro. So retro is a pair that is being brought back. So like Jordan does it a lot. You have the retro, most of the ones, the Chicago's are usually retro or retros. But you also have retro colorways. That's when they bring a colorway back from a certain brand or a certain what do you say, silhouette. But they bring the colorway back, like the shadow backboards, the Chicago's, like I just mentioned, the band colorway, the UNC's, University of North Carolina. These are all retro colorways that usually comes back, and they are usually they go across different silhouettes. So they're not only a retro one exclusive, Jordan 1 exclusive. So you could find them on 11s, the bread. You'll find the bread 11 that came out last year, for example, the year before, 2019. Resale value, that is how much is your shoe worth after you purchase it. So what is the demand like? And usually with resale value, what drives up the resale value, like I said, is demand and supply. So the lower the supply of your shoe and the greater the demand, which is the hype, the greater the hype of the shoe, is the higher your resale will be. So if it's a general release, which means everyone could get it, the resale will probably not be that high. If it's an exclusive release, which means you either have to wait through raffle or through camping, then you have a higher resale opportunity there. What else do we have? We have just part of the shoes now. We have like insole, outsole. I think you guys know already. So here is your outsole. This is the part that hits the floor. Your outsole. Then you have your midsole, which is usually the comfort mechanism that the company uses. A lot of Adidas, for example, has Boost. Nike has React. Some of the most comfortable out there in the market. Then you have the upper, which is what the top of the shoe is constructed of. That's what most people usually sees and are attracted to. Like for example, this is leather. You have also patterned leather, ballistic mesh, which is the name of the mesh that they use on this one. They have all type of this. You have prime knit, you have fly knit for Nike, and then prime knit for Adidas. Parlay, you have a whole array of different materials that they use in the uppers. So, and then the laces everybody knows, and the tongue. This is the tongue of the shoe. You have the laces, the lace loops, the upper, the heel tab support, and the ankle, entrance, I guess. So these are the construction of the shoe. So you know how to identify the shoes now. You know what's a dead stock, you know what's a near dead stock, you know what's a pad, you know what's OG, you know what's OG all, you know what's high balling, you know what's low balling. Just going through a recap, what does, by the way, what does is something that Nike does exclusively, and that's when they match their most popular colorways from different silhouettes, from different releases, of the same silhouette, and add it to one shoe. So, for example, the fives recently did it, where they take the what is it, the bull, the Raging Bull Red, I believe, and they match it with the yellow of, is it the Tokyo yellows? Yeah, the Tokyo yellows, I believe. They match them together, and then you had a one red pair and a one yellow pair, which I actually could have bought. I passed up on. The resale on those is pretty high. It was sitting for a bit, but now it's completely dead stock in terms of getting them, so you cannot get them anymore. That's what I was telling you guys. So now the demand is even higher for them. But they're a classic. So yeah, that is it for now with all the sneakers that I mentioned. Like I said, with the ones, you could check different ways, or not even only with the ones, with any shoe. Check the heel counter here to see how much usage it got. Also the toe here, see how much usage it got. The tongue is a good identifier as well. The back here, how bent it is, because when you put in your foot, take out your foot, this start to go down a bit, quite a few after a while. So these are some of the tail if you're gonna buy a second-hand shoe, or a so-called dead stock shoe, which could be a pad or a VNDS. These are the things you look forward to and you look at to make sure that the shoe that you're buying or copying is legit. And if you want a second option, take a screenshot, tell them to send you some more pictures. You can send them to me, post them on the Facebook community feed, or DM me on Instagram. I'll have a look. There's a ton of sneakerheads out there that does it for free as well. You could go on almost any sneaker platform as well. Sometimes, the people are really nice and they will, help you out. The community is a very cool community, so if you have any question, never be shy to just post it in there. We do laugh quite a bit. So if you post something that's obviously fake, sometimes we just troll and say, yeah, these are legit, these are super dope, these are super real. So yeah, it's a cool community. If you're not part of it and you want to try it out, see how it's like, you know where to find me on Instagram, on Facebook. This is it for today's video. Got some more heat coming for you guys. I got some more reviews for you guys. So stay tuned. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Well, guys, there's one I forgot to add in there. Hold. What is a hold? A hold is when you have a sneaker that you hold for a long period of time so that the value goes up. So just like I said with demand and supply, the longer you hold it is most likely that other person will either sell it or used it in the meantime. So when you have become more exclusive, and therefore the value rises up. So that's what a hold is. Yeah, so let's just continue with the outro. So please like, if you have anything to chime in, write in the comment which one of these did you know, what did you learn, if anything was new. If you had any value from this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and I'll see you soon.
Martin, yeah, we had to make it happen. So if you ain't talking about money, dog, then you ain't talking about damn thing. I got a thinking about this money all day.